The former king of radio back in the media spotlight, but for once with nothing to say.
You're not usually short of words, Mr Jones.
Do you have anything to say to your alleged victims?
Alan Jones emerged from a Sydney police station after being charged with 24 alleged offences against 8 people.
This is a result of a very long, thorough, protracted investigation.
Alan Jones will assert his innocence appropriately in the courtroom. He denies any misconduct.
Just hours earlier, the 83-year-old had been arrested after detectives turned up at his luxury Circular Quay apartment with a search warrant. The arrest came 8 months after a Special Crime Command strike force was set up to investigate alleged incidents between 2001 and 2019.
This is a major investigation. The police are obviously involved and we need to be in a position to let them do that job, so I'm not going to offer a running commentary on it.
By mid-afternoon, the former shock jock had been charged.
Those offences include 11 charges of aggravated indecent assault, where the victim was under the authority of the offender, 9 charges related to assault with active indecency, 2 charges of common assault, and 2 charges of sexual touching.
Police said the youngest complainant was 17 years old at the time, and at least one had been an employee of Alan Jones.
I wish to commend the victims and their bravery in coming forward. They fully are aware, as are the investigators, that the hard work is just beginning.
I think it's totally contemptible of the Assistant Commissioner of Police to be praising the witnesses who he might like to call victim. This is a matter for a courtroom.
Police said some had only met the accused for the first time when the alleged offence occurred.
I refute them entirely and the inferences associated with them. But the Get Jones campaign is nothing new in my life.
It's far from the first time Alan Jones has been engulfed in controversy. During his 35-year radio career, he dominated Sydney's airwaves, wielding his power and influence.
I just wonder whether Scott Morrison's going to be fully briefed to shove a sock down the throat.
He came to radio after decades as a teacher and a rugby coach, including leading the Wallabies to glory through the mid-1980s. Over the years, he was at the centre of a cash for comments scandal, accused by his detractors of being a bully and once found to have helped incite the Cronulla riots. Alan Jones' arrest has dominated the news in Sydney, but has also made headlines internationally. Police say now the case is in the spotlight, they're anticipating more people may come forward with information.
There is no better time to come forward than now.
Alan Jones is due to appear in court next month. Sarah Gerrithy, ABC News, Sydney.
And Sarah Gerrithy is live for us outside Alan Jones's apartment building at Circular Quay. Sarah, what can you tell us about his bail conditions?
Well, Jeremy, we don't know whether Alan Jones has agreed to stay at his luxury apartment behind me in the Toaster building at Circular Quay, but we do know that he's been placed under some travel restrictions. The ABC understands that he had to hand over his passport following his arrest and being charged today. We also know that he is under conditions not to try to contact any of his alleged victims, the people who have made complaints against him, and we also know that he will appear in court on the 18th of December, Jeremy.
Sarah Gerrithy reporting.